Hello, anyone not still living in the 1970s? We interrupt your day to bring you this announcement. Husker Ninja is in the building. Alright, guys, today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Before we get started with season 3, I thought since Online Dynasty for some reason does not automatically update the record books or keep track of your school records, I thought I would go through and update where we stand with all our school records, as well as if any NCAA records have been broken, which indeed one has. And so we will start there. And it is the NCAA record for rushing touchdowns in a season. The previous best was 37, set by, I believe that is Barry Sanders, is the 88 Oklahoma State running back. But that has since been broken. Last season, Texas State halfback Robert Brown, who won the Heisman, had 46 touchdowns on the ground, and so he is the new NCAA record holder there, at least in this game. I don't know if Sanders' record has since been broken. In real life, I can't keep track of it all sometimes. And Brown is, I think, 4 away from tying the record set by the 09 to 2012 Wisconsin running back, which I know that's not Melvin Gordon, so I don't remember who that is. But he's close to that as well. He'll probably break that this season. He is a redshirt junior, so he could potentially set an insanely high number of rushing touchdowns by the time he's done. And now I will go ahead and update you with the school record books. I came up with a couple extra that aren't in here. We've got pass TD, pass yards, QB rating, and completion percentage for game, season, and career. That's what I've kept track of so far. And so I guess we'll start with what's shown on the game. And the passing career and a touchdown is set at 59 by Evan Orth. We'll see how long it takes his to be broken since he was only able to play 2 seasons. I expect it will be broken. We'll see how long it takes for that record to fall, though. Passing touchdowns in the season set last year by Evan Orth with 35. And pass yards in a career, Evan Orth also has that one. He has 5,773 passing yards in a career. He's also got pass yards in a season with 3,433. And so those are the ones shown in the game. If you want passing touchdowns in a game, would be Evan Orth had 5 in Week 13 against Navy last year. That's the current best. Passing yards in the game, it says, was the 2008 quarterback had 481 in the game, is what my record says. So that's what we're going with. Got to break 481 to set that record. And completion percentage in a game, Evan Orth had 94% completion percentage in Week 13 against Louisiana Lafayette in Season 1. Completion percentage in a season, Orth completed 66% of his passes last year, and Orth has the completion percentage in a career with 64.8% so far. And it's worth noting that for the career records, I've only done people who have completed their career so far, so no one who is going to be playing in Season 3 is eligible for that yet. If they're seniors in Season 3, we'll update the record book for them if they've broken anything at the end of the season. And QBR in a game, Evan Orth had a 236.2 in Week 13 of Season 1 against Louisiana Lafayette. QBR in a season, Orth had a 165.8 last year, and his career QBR was 157.0. Now we're going to move on to rushing, just go in order. Again, you got rush TD and rush yards in game, career, and a season. NCAA only has the career and season ones listed. So we go rush yards in the game. Xavier Johnson had 196 in the conference championship game against Texas State back in season 1. Rush yards in a season. In season 1, Xavier Johnson had 1,656. And rush yards for a career is also 1,656, set by Xavier Johnson, who was a senior in season 1. I believe Trey Minner will break that record at some point in the season. I don't think he's there quite yet, but he's pretty close. Maybe about 300 yards or so away. And so if you look at rushing touchdowns in a season, the best is, I found, the 2009 halfback had 13 in a season. That's the current record we have to beat. Rush touchdowns in a game, Xavier Johnson's got that with 3. And rush touchdowns in a career, the 2010-2012 running back had 20. So rushing, we still got a little bit to do. We've got to set the rush touchdowns in a season and career still. And rush yards has all been broken already. Now we move on to receiving. I did the same 3 they have here, but I added a category for each in a game. And so we'll just run down the list here. The receptions in a game is set at 12. Both Andrew Rinkemeyer and Kawan Baker have reached that mark once. Kawan Baker's got the record for receptions in the season with 109. And Andrew Rinkemeyer has the record for reception in a career with 167. Though I am fairly certain Kawan Baker will break that record by the time all is said and done. He's only a junior. And coming into the season, he's at 110 receptions, so he needs 57 over 2 years to tie. If you want to look at receiving yards in a game, that has been set by Kawan Baker with 194. He's got receiving yards in the season with 1,798. And Andrew Rinkemeyer has receiving yards in a career with 2,454. Receiving touchdowns in the game, both Rinkemeyer and Baker have reached 3. That's the current high. So if anyone breaks 3 in a season, they got the new record. If they catch 3, they'll join Rinkemeyer and Baker atop the record books. Receiving touchdowns in the season, Baker had 19 last year. Receiving touchdown in a career, Rinkemeyer finished with 26. I believe Baker will also finish that record by the time he's done. Now, if you want to look at the defensive stats, we just did sacks and interceptions in a career. I also keep track of tackles, but I will just update that at the end of every season. Didn't want to include it in this one. So sacks in the game, Sean Drayer's got the record with 3. He set it last year in week 2 against Kansas. Sacks in a season, Sean Drayer set the record last year with 12 in his first year as a starter. And sacks in a career, currently it is 6, set by the 2012 defensive end and tied by Jimmy Gibson III in season 1. Although both Sean Drayer and Tyree Turner have already broken it, I just don't want to make it official until I know which one has the most at the end of their senior seasons this year. So now that the sacks in the career will be either Tyree Turner or Sean Drayer, depending on which one has a stronger season. I believe Turner had about 9 more in a career coming into this season. So we'll see if Drayer can make up that ground. You want to look at interceptions in the game. That is held by cornerback Kerry Green. He had 2 twice, once against Troy last year and once against UCF last year. Interceptions in a season, Kerry Green also broke that last year with 7, so he broke 2 school records as a true freshman cornerback last year. And the interceptions in a career is Jalen Thompson, who set it with 7. Kerry Green's tied that already in one season, so I have to assume he's going to break it at some point. But we won't update the record book officially until his career is done. And so that means any other seniors who finish with more than 7 can at least hold the record book until Green is gone. And so, yeah, this is just a short little video. Actually, it's going to end up being about 10 minutes. But I wanted to update the record books for you since For some reason, Online Dynasty does not do that. But that's all I've got for you here today. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day, everyone.